guys, this is Joyce from Joyce Scrappin' 2, and today I'll be making this card for Tubular Designs LLC. And the stamp set that I'll be using today is this Newton's Nooks Wagons of Wishes. I really love this stamp set because the stamp set is super cute, but it's versatile and you can use it all year round. So the wagon and the other parts are separate so that you can use it for different occasions. But you can put not only the images that's on this stamp, but you can use anything and put it in there. So I think it's really fun. So I'm positioning the wagon, which I'm going to stamp first. I do have some things pre-prepped. The paper that I'll be stamping on is 140 pounds Strathmore cold press watercolor paper, which I cut using the Lawn Fawn's large rectangle die. As you can see, I already stamped and colored this turtle from a different Newton's Nook stamp set. He had a present on top of him, but I cut that off. And I also colored him using the Zig Clean Color brush markers. So I want to use waterproof ink. Initially, I was going to use the archival jet black, but I changed my mind and I got out my favorite things hybrid black licorice ink. And I went ahead and stamped the wagon. So I'm gonna go ahead and stack a lot of wagon. I believe I stacked about 5 wagons. So I'm just using a post-it note to mask the top of the wagon. So this is really simple masking. So I'm kind of making it look like it's stacked in there. So this is the last one. And I masked off the handle of the wagon so that the handles wouldn't get stamped out. And then I'm going to stamp the image that has the Newton on top of the pumpkin. I think it's super cute. And I'm going to make it look like that turtle is kind of pulling the wagon, and I think that's super fun. So I'm going to use a sentiment from the same stamp set. It says loads of things, real simple. And then I'm going to start my coloring. So I have the set of the 60 of this Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers, but honestly, you don't really need a large set like this because I noticed some of the colors are very similar. Like, look at this, 2 reds. They're 2 different reds, but they kind of look almost identical. So I think you'll be okay with like a 36 set to maybe like a 48 set would be good. But you can also purchase these individually so that you can try it out before you invest in them. But these markers are my favorite markers, favorite watercolor markers. As you can see here, I'm not using any water, and that is the coolest thing about this marker is that it blends beautifully with or without water. That is the coolest thing. So for this for these images, I am not using water and I'm just using 2 colors, one dark and one light, and I'm dragging some of the darker colors into the light area. And I like to keep my cap at the top of the pen so that I don't put on the wrong cap. And it kind of clicks a little, so it won't like. Now I'm going to kind of draw in some clouds. And this is where I'll show you how it kind of blends with water. I'll be using some water here. I sprayed it on my matte thing, and it must have had some color, so it kind of went onto my paper. So I'm using a water, I have a little water jar next to me, so I'm using that. And you can see how easily it just blends out and makes this look super soft and fluffy. So these markers are very easy to use, great quality, highly pigmented, and they're very bright. So I have this grass cut from the Lawn Fawn's grass border die. I cut two different greens here, and I'm kind of flicking the grass so that it kind of gives more dimension. So I put some foam adhesive on the top part of the turtle, but I put the glue by his feet. And here I wanted to add a little bit more color, and I'm using this Judikins color duster because I want it to look really soft. I'm using the peacock feathers here, but you can see how softly it goes on. So the clarity brushes would be really great for this type of technique because it goes on really nicely. I don't have them yet, but maybe I'll invest in them a little later. So I'm going to go ahead and just attach this right to my card base because this panel fits right on top perfectly onto an A2 size. Here I just put out some stickles on the mat, and I'm using a brush because I want the wagons to be super sparkly. So that's how I'm using it, and I use a glossy accents on all the wagons, and then some clear sequins in different sizes. As you can see right there, it's really sparkly. And this finishes off my card for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and please hit the subscribe button if you like this video, and then I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks so much. Bye.